preparing the live stream. Dun, dun, dun. Welcome, you guys. I am so excited to introduce, for those of you who haven't had the pleasure of meeting, my sister wife, business bestie, partner in crime, and all things wonderful and transformational, Bianca Aiono Robertson. Bianca, yay!
Kia ora, SuperCoach Whānau.
So today, Bianca and I just wanted to have a quick chat with you about our upcoming Art of Transformational Coaching training that our other amazing and brilliant partner, Mei, is running and leading. Now, Bianca, you were in charge of helping people get all the right information so that they know all about all of the wonderful things that we can offer, including our SuperCoach Academy Mastermind and the Art of Transformational Coaching. So what are some of the things that we need to, make sure that people understand about our Art of Transformational Coaching certification that's different than your standard 7-day NLP certification that's out there?
Well, look, first, I just wanted to, welcome everybody into the energy, the portal that we're opening up here into the society. And you're going to see a lot of activity kicking off. We've got these great plans for mini masterclasses, for some workshops, for some guest hot seats, for interview case studies. And that's really driven from a desire to help more people heal, to help more healers heal people out into the world, and create that ripple effect and that influence, and to do it in a way, sales is my specialty, and really been taking on board, how can you have a sales process that you feel really proud of, and you really, regardless of whether or not somebody buys. And I think I've been asking this question about the patriarchal, sales manager, sales kind of role, and it's really inverted. And I thought, how can I do a feminine version where we're really nurturing every aspect? And that's actually made it transverse completely. Most of the times people think about marketing is the thing, get somebody on a call, and then you go through this process and it's quite clunky and inorganic. And how do we differentiate ourselves from that process? And we want to make this space really rich so that we're contributing to your evolution as a leader, as a coach, in any of these free events. So you would never have to actually buy anything from us for you to get results from us. That really, and for you to really make change in your life and be more efficient with your clients, and for your clients to be, have that ripple effect out into their community. So that's like first and foremost. Kylie, you had some great little imagery before about our vision, what we want to do to help people.
Yeah, I think there's a few things, and it's interesting as we grow the SuperCoach Society, and as I've partnered with your beautiful self, and we've collected the incredible Mei to be a part of our team. And we have such an incredible internal team, Sacha and Lisa Jane and Lisa Scott and the incredible Chriselle. Inside our team, we're really starting to gather some momentum about what we stand for and what we're here to do in the industry, because there is a lot, thank you, Rose, there is a lot of people that are talking about like what's wrong with the coaching industry. And there's a lot of people that are talking about, get your next client, get your 10K months, get this, get that, like make money, just start, do the thing. And we really want to take a stand for mastery. I've been coaching for 18 years now. Oh my God, I can't even believe it. But I started with my first NLP certification, and learning NLP totally transformed my life. And so where I'm coming from, like I used to be like a little bit more self-righteous about like, hey, everybody needs to raise their skills and we need to get better and blah, blah. And it was a bit more like judgy. And now I'm like, I guess I've softened in my 40s that's more like, hey, you do you, and you go out and help people however you want to. And if you really want to be professional about this, right? If you're really committed to getting your clients amazing results and getting amazing results in your life and your business, and you see yourself as being a change maker, you know, a light worker, a leader, a visionary leader for the long run, right? It's like we are called to this path. And so, yes, we might, you know, the profession that we might name ourselves is as coach or leader or guide or NLP or spiral or Reiki or whatever the modality is. But really, it's like there is a feeling of being called to serve and called to lift up humanity. And so I was thinking about it last night as I was going to sleep, and I was thinking, gosh, how many clients would a coach, like how many clients would a coach touch over the course of, you know, a year in working, whether they're working one-on-one or they're running group programs? Maybe a coach might help 10 people over the course of a year, or maybe it's 50 people, or maybe it's 100 people. Like obviously everybody is different. But if it was an average of 100 people, let's say 100 people that might go through your programs or your coaching over the course of the year, if I can help you, or we, like our team, hey B, if we can help you to become, you know, to double your transformational value, to double your skill mastery, then you are going to impact those 10, 50, 100 people with so much more impact, with so much more grace, with so much more skill and ease and flow. And that ripple effect just amplifies out through the world. So I really want to make the SuperCoach Society, and I know that, you know, we're kind of all on board with this, is really make the SuperCoach Society you know, a bastion or a main portal for transformational mastery. Yay, B, thank you so much. I love your support, sweetie. And exactly, it is, B is saying in the chat, she can 100% confirm that this happens. That when you become more masterful in your skills, when you have the systems and structures and know the art of transformation, like you might have incredible intuitive gifts. You might already have amazing soul gifts and codes and transformational like mastery that is just a part of who you are as a being. You might have incredible expertise in business or fitness or amazing mentoring skills. But until you know the skills and the structure of transformation, then you're not going to make the impact that you could make. And that's not to say that you can't go out there and help people with what you know. Of course, do you. But we want to make a stand for having skills and masterful skills and structure in how you approach, so that that structure can hold your intuitive mastery, so that that structure can support you. And so we really want to make a stand for professional mastery and unique and authentic soul mastery within a sea of amateurs and, you know, people that are just, you know, like, gosh, there's so many people that are entering this industry, and that's amazing. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
And so many people are getting started, but we want to make a stand for, you know, positioning yourself as an authority, not just in your marketing, but in the full congruence of you knowing, yes, I can deliver to these clients and deliver really great results. And that's really what we're about. And so it's totally shifting from, you know, I'm just going to chalk up another certification for 7 days. It's totally different than, oh, I need to get this thing so I can get started and, you know, overcome my imposter syndrome. It's about embodying and making the transformation within yourself first and foremost, so that you have the conviction, and then learning the skills to be able to help other people with that. And there are very specific skills that you can learn. And so the thing with that is that it takes an investment, right? It takes your commitment and your investment to, like, yes, I want to be masterful. Yeah. Do I want to have authority positioning and command whatever prices whatever I want, right? Like my private coaching right now is at $50,000, right? I can command, for 3 months. For 3 months of private coaching, my current rate is $50,000, and it's imminently about to go up because I'm booked up and I need to devote my time to this. So if you want to be able to command whatever price you want to command, you need to be able to deliver. right? And you need to have the skills to deliver. And that requires an investment in who you're being, and an investment of time, an investment of vulnerability and humility to show up and go, hey, I've got some amazing intuitive gifts and I'm here to learn, right? And I'm here to commit myself to the, I love how discipline has the word disciple in it. I love that. And so I think of like, how can I be a disciple to my own mastery so that then my impact can ripple out in much more potency with much more power across the world,
Yes.
A lot then. Just get me started. Can talk.
Yeah, look, and what I sort of really hear from that is we want to create this space. And when you have mastery, and I really love Hermione, who's going through the cert right now, she just put up a post going, oh, wow, I just delivered a workshop to some amazing people. And it wasn't just about my real estate industry. It was actually about, it was a more holistic workshop I was able to deliver. So she was showing up in the fullness of who she was. And she said, I was able to deliver results and transformation and insights. And it didn't take much from me at all. It was easy. I didn't have to stress about it. You can relax into that conviction. And that's what mastery allows you to do. And so too for this sales process, and I'm giving you guys a little bit of a behind the scenes, is that we're just sharing resources, okay? So, and that's what you're doing, Kylie. Sometimes people are going to be like, what the hell does Kylie do to get 50K back? Well, she delivers a long-lasting, incredible, epic transformation that helps people access more of their joy, and they also can really monetize that as well. So, sometimes I get, and this is the unique challenges that happen to me on calls where I'm trying to explain the art of transformational coaching and what's really at stake and what can really be possible. And it's very hard to do that in the masculine structures of sales. How can I really explain how somebody can go from 100K a month and not feeling safe within themselves to within a couple of months of working with you and fully be able to enjoy their relationships, enjoy their parenthood, and by the by, now they're making $250K a month, right? It's not about that money, but if I fronted up with somebody about how much money you could make, it turns into a really cheap, weird conversation. And it turns into that sort of that real patriarchal, like, we'll just make more money, make more money, make more money. We'll keep using the strategic mindset to push. And you're not actually, and sometimes people say to me, I'm not into your like feminine, weird stuff. I'm not into your spiritual stuff. Don't get too woo-woo on me. And
don't get woo-woo.
They're like, wow. I'll do a reading on their sales energetics, and it comes up, not enough joy, again and again, not enough joy. And then they'll even let me know, incredible, epic leaders of multi-7-figure brands. And they're like, is joy really that important? I don't really think joy is that important, So this is a process, right? Yeah. This is the process, and what you resist, okay? And that's the thing, is in the shadow, that's the part that people resist. And in terms of sharing resources, in terms of helping people eliminate suffering from themselves, from their business, I can't let this sales process be drawing from my resources. Then I would be completely incongruent. So if I have to really help somebody distill, a universal life lesson that they're not quite ready to receive, it's pretty hard to do that in 45 minutes, right? In 30 minutes, especially if somebody's not ready and waiting for it. So we've got lots of people who are really interested and keen. And I don't want to start this process until people are really, we've really sort of communicated this to the larger space, that this is not a commodity. This is not like so-and-so down the road sells NLP for $5,000 and does it in 7 days. So wouldn't I do that? It's cheaper and I can do it in 7 days. Why would I do it over 6 months? It's like, I can't answer that. I can't answer that because the journey that you're going to receive, it's like you're getting a deluxe boutique experience that will unlock the personal limitations that you have from your own leadership, as well as your professional. It's going to change how you do life how you behave in your life, as well as how you make money. It will revolutionize it. And when you actually have something really freaking epic and awesome, you don't need to convince anybody. You don't need to sell that, okay? So I'm sitting here on the other side and going, I don't have the capacity right now to explain to you where you're exactly at in business and how much this is going to revolutionize your life, your business, create a legacy for yourself, for your community, for your children going forward. So we've got to make our container, our Facebook group, a living, breathing extension of that. And that's what I wanted to give you guys a heads up for, because there's going to be an explosion of activity happening. And it's going to be really
high
fun.
high
value, because there are those unique challenges of, I have people who come from your beautiful life, and sometimes we always laugh. It's like, sometimes I think it's like, Kylie is the bright light that's in the deep sea fish, and then people come to the bright light, and then I have to come behind and be the mean fish and get oh.
We don't want that.
No, so what we want to really do is help people who are really in that expansiveness of like, yeah, I want to work with you guys, and I want to understand what it's like. We've got to bring that down and realize there's actually some grounding and some fundamental foundationals, and like there's a commitment. There's going to be work for you to be able to bring that like incredible intuition and ground that into what you want to see in your life. That's going to take some work. And then from the other perspective, there are people who are like, hey, I can do work. Tell me to do 100 push-ups, I'll do 1,000. Sweet. You want me to commit 100%? I'm going to commit 1,000%, right? So there are those people that come to me are like, give me the strategy and I'll go and run with it and I'll do it. And that's actually where I need to let you release that attachment to strategy and actions, and then expand into more of your intuition. So there's this different flip of really explaining the value in that. And I can't go into a sales conversation if you don't truly have an experience what it's like, of the value, of what the value could really be in your life. So
I think there's, is that point to finish? No. I think there's this piece here as like, the core ethos of the super coach, right? Of the transformational leader is mission, mastery, and magnetism. And we would be out of integrity with ourselves and with our own philosophy if we were to just kind of do the stock standard way of doing things. And so when someone comes into our world, it's really about, how do you sell a transformational product? And each of you as transformational coaches will face this question. How do you sell? How do you offer a transformational product when people don't even know, or couldn't even possibly believe, or couldn't even conceive of the change that is possible on the other side of that? So in order to do that, we need to show you what's possible, right? We need to demonstrate what's possible through case studies, through demonstration coaching hot seat sessions, through having conversations like this that really speak to the dance between, having that kind of more masculine energetic structure and the feminine, magnetic flow that needs to happen so that we can be in integrity as leaders in this space and really stand for mastery, not just in the skill development, but also in the marketing and also in the sales process, and then also in the delivery. We know that we can deliver incredible results and an incredible experience on the other side. And so what we just kind of had a realization was like, oh, let's just let's just open up the party and share even more of the party to you guys in our public space, in our, in our secret society, our SuperCoach society space, so that you can see what actually happens, like what transformational coaching is really like. And then it just eliminates all of those kind of questions and uncertainty and like, why is this different? Or how is it different than a 3-day course that I could do over a weekend? It's like, it's not even in the same ballpark. It's not even in the same universe as a 3-day certificate, right? It's like that, you'll learn some good stuff, but our 6-month container of transformation that people go through, where they learn a little process, a specific process, and then can apply it. And then, learn these foundational structures of listening and embodiment and how to show up and space holding and questions and meta questions and, submodalities, all of these amazing things. It just,
the privilege,
world blowing.
The privilege to be able to learn from you and from Mei, like I'm super excited. I'm dedicating, my Wednesdays for 6 months, half a day for 6 months, to just be in that space for people who have dedicated their entire professional career to learning about, positive psychology. Like it's a true opportunity to be able to sit there. So that's why it requires a lot of reverence and before you can come into this conversation, because we are not in the process of differentiating ourselves from that, human centipede of the coaching industry, right? I can help you make 10K in a month. Well, I can help you make 20K in a minute, Well, I can make you make 100K in without doing anything, just by staring at the computer, right? So it's a real energy. It's like a real sort of, spiral that you can go down. And so when I do have a conversation with people, I want to know where you're at in business and what's the next step for you. And in order for that, you need to also be able to ask a higher level of question. Yeah. So we don't treat that like it's just another number. We're actually like having a heart-to-heart connection with what's the best next step for you. And for some people, they'll think a certification is the thing that I need to do to help me be more confident. And actually what you need is an offer that speaks to your genius, right? So we also don't just have the art of transformational coaching as a 6-month container. We also provide the support to help you evolve your product and then to really get the offer energetic. So there's mentoring that we also inbuilt into this so that you don't just get like, off you go, see you out into the wilderness. It's really important for you to grow into that level of leadership. So that's all for me. Just to be like, I'd love to hear your questions, comments in the comments below. What you'd like to know, what your individual circumstances are, and what you think we might suggest for you, because we're going to put that into this space, and we'll really appreciate your feedback, because it really is that communal feel. We're all rising here together, and in service of you, in service of us, in service of the greater planet and humanity. We want to hear from you so that we can really make this our space. And please share this group with your friends, with your peers, with people who'll benefit from it, because we're really going to be investing a lot of goodness in here, and look forward to meeting and connecting with you in the future.
Yeah, amazing team. So excited. We have this mastermind that is ongoing. We have this Art of Transformational Coaching that is enrolling after Easter. And so we are going to, like Bianca said, drop lots of amazing resources. I'm going to be running some hot seat coaching demonstration sessions. So if you are keen for that, then we'll have some resources for you to find out how you can apply to be one of the hot seat coaching session clients.
Awesome.
In this
exciting
space. We'll be sharing some more case studies of clients that have worked with us to show what is possible and how to really up level the way that you show up, the professionalism, the mastery, so that your authority positioning is just like, of course, I'm an authority in my niche. Of course, I know what I'm doing. Of course, I can deliver results. And then, the sales conversations are like, whatever. It's just like, hey, do you need help? Of course I can help you. This is what it costs. Do you want to work with me? And that's the energetics that we want to really bring through, is that space of conviction. And conviction is built on mastery, right? You don't have conviction if you don't have mastery. And if you don't have mastery, then the opposite of conviction is imposter syndrome, right? So if you're struggling with imposter syndrome, maybe there's a shift in confidence, and maybe you genuinely are great at what you do. Or maybe the imposter syndrome is a little like voice in your ear, requiring you to humble yourself and learn some more skills, right? And so whether you're a spiritual coach that needs to learn some strategies, or a strategic coach that needs to really invest in up-leveling the spirit of what you do, we have the solution for you. So we would love to share this journey with you. Let us know the questions that you have about, like, how to improve yourself as a coach. What are the things you're struggling with? What are the things that you're wanting to improve, so that we can build it into this free content for you guys over the next few months and off into the future. Team, that's it for us. Thank you so much for enjoying the Kylie and Bianca show. We will be back with more very soon. Lots of love. We'll speak to you guys soon.